Welcome. Okay. Well, this is good, isn't it? Welcome to T Boys TV, and
Go Sports.
I don't even know where I'm pointing. And
Got me answer.
right, back again. Another championship show. Obviously, reviewing the game week 4 games. As it says in the title, Luton Town and the whole city still winless. Don't know how to get a win to save my life. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's just not good, mate. Roll on the international break, like it also says in the title, because bloody hell, we can't hit a barn door, mate. Can't hit a barn door. One goal or nothing. Half of these teams, right, probably teach us how to score. Seriously. But anyway, getting into the games as a whole, we might as well start off with the Luton one, seeing that it was on the Friday night. Oh dear. Now going into it, I said a draw. I just knew we weren't going to win. I said going into it, probably won't get a win until after the international break at some point. When I say that, I don't even mean the first game. Because for me, that's going to be very difficult. Millwall away is never an easy place to go for us, even if they're, not so great. But they are coming on the back of a 3-0 win. So it's going to be even harder than I would have thought going into it. But yeah, QPR obviously played them during the week. We knew both teams, we went quite strong, but they went, fairly strong as well. A few others that don't really start. But, we knew it'd be a much stronger approach from both teams in the game. But just not good from Luton's side of things. I mean, the first half was brilliant. I didn't really know what to do going 1-0 up. I was like, wow, is this actually happening or am I dreaming? You know what I mean? Because the last time I went 1-0 up was Newcastle, I think, maybe. Even against Bournemouth, I think we went 1-0 down in that game. So, yeah, it's been a very long time. So it actually felt weird to be 1-0 up in a game. I mean, forced them into the mistake. Doughty crossed it in. Then obviously, come back out to Baptiste, who should be taking more set pieces. I said that even before, since everyone else has been saying it. Baptiste, he looks like he can cross a ball. Look at that Celta Vigo game. Look at both of our goals this season that we scored in the league have come from his crosses. The one against Burnley, obviously, he played it into Doughty, who headed it forward to Chong. And then, obviously, that game, he crossed it into McGuinness, headed it, keeper saved it, went off done, and went in, forced them into making that mistake. And no one was, average in that first half, for me. But the second half, well, Elijah should have scored, if we're going to be honest. Taylor, I wanted to see him start, in this game, especially given that the front two is just not working at the moment. And also, Taylor didn't even come on in the League Cup, which was, shock, to be honest. Like, he should have started, to be honest, in that game. But, yeah, obviously, he did come on for 15 minutes, but Elijah had that chance. And I was saying on the watch long, that could cost us, because he's got to be scoring that. The keeper's already come down. Do you know what I mean? He's got to try and dink it over him. He's not. He's went for the side foot, and the keeper saved it. And then, obviously, they got the equaliser. The heads dropped, you could see. And then from that moment in, I was saying on the watch long, well, we'll be lucky to get a draw now. And then they literally scored 3 minutes after. I mean, the second goal, right? Both goals were an absolute joke. But the second one was a disgrace. How is no one marking him at the back post? It is absolutely disgusting. And Kaminsky's not had a great last few games, but people are trying to blame him for that. What's he supposed to do there? No one's marking it. And no one's marking, Fry, who punished us, a goal and an assist. And he looks like a really good player for them. If he stays fit in that, then I don't see no reason why they don't stay up, to be honest, or even finish, quite high in the mid-table section. But yeah, disappointing, man. I mean, looking at it, it's just the formation is not working. It's not working. I said it in a Portsmouth game about changing it up. And yeah, I'll take the point against Portsmouth because 10 men and all that. But the games after that have not been acceptable. Even the Burnley games, I thought we'd lose. Losing in that manner is just not good enough. And yeah, it's just disappointing, really. To lose like that, it's just not acceptable to QPR as well, which is a bit of a rivalry. They're not great, let's be honest. Like, they're not great, and we just made them. They just capitalised on our mistakes, really. Simple as that. But we need to change formation. It's not working defensively. It's not working in the midfield, and it's not working up front. Stop playing Morris deep because it's not working at all. So yeah, frustrating. But much needed international break. I'm actually looking forward to it for one because hopefully we change it up because you cannot go into that Millwall game with a back three, and if you do, then it's going to be peak. I'm telling you now because that's just not acceptable. Millwall will punish us, mate. Yeah, simple as that. They know how to score goals, yeah, whereas we don't at the moment because we're not playing the right way. So, yeah, frustrating, man. Frustrating, but much needed international break. I mean, yeah, disappointing, but yeah, it's just one of them. A few players come back, but just not great, man. Not great. And yeah, just disappointing all round. But again, I can't. The only thing I'm frustrated with the players with is the forward players not scoring the chances they're having. Do you know what I mean? That's the frustrating thing for me. But elsewhere, I can't. Yeah, McGuinness should have done better on the first goal. They've got to be marking him for the second goal or whatever. But at the same time, it's the way we're playing. Do you know what I mean? The players don't know what they're actually supposed to be doing. We're so heavily reliant on Doughty. Baptiste has literally shown time upon time he can cross the ball. Put him on it. Chop and change, mate. Because it's just a joke, mate. Yeah? We need to change formation. Back four, we need to go with that. We can play like how Liverpool do in the sense of fullbacks can still burst forward. Obviously, we're not on that level, but you can still play like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, change it up. More bodies in midfield. It's not working. Simple as that. Morris, stop playing him deep. Stop giving him the armbands as well. I'm getting sick of it now. Like, he's just on the floor moaning, whinging. Nah, mate. Give it to Bell. Bell was the one who had it when the stuff happened with Lockyer in the Premier League. Give it to him, mate. He's back. He's ready. And he's had much better performances than Morris. So that's my thoughts on it. But yeah, it was disappointing to say the least. I mean, what did you make of what you saw, Harry?
Oh, mate. Honestly, it's in shambles, isn't it? Good start. Looked lively first half. Probably should have been 2-0 up as well, and paid the price really. QPR's goals were good, but the first one, what's McGuinness doing? Should defend that better. And all that money spent on him as well. It's a bit like, come on, mate, you're better than that. Surely. He had a positive debut at Preston, but that was pretty poor. And yeah, unfortunately, you actually see some limbs in the QPR end. Oh, jeez. And yeah, it's not been a great start from Luton, really. And if it continues, I think Rob Edwards will be under serious pressure. And it's not near the end there. Like Morris, instead of shooting, I think he should have passed it, and then there was a chance to have a shot on goal. I think it might have been Baptiste who was in space. No, it wasn't. It was Nelson, I think, actually. And he was in space, and he should have passed it to him. And then that Joe Taylor header.
Yeah, he's got to score that.
He's got to at least be putting it on target for me. But yeah, it's a good win on the road for QPR. Not great for Luton at all.
Oh dear, I'm getting absolutely cooked left, right, and centre, mate, by QPR fans. It's peak, mate. It's peak, but is what it is. Lewis, mate, you're smiling, you're loving it. I mean, we're both still winless, so we are in the same boat, but you are doing a little bit better than us.
You're dreaming, Jesus Christ.
Huh?
You're dreaming on that point, Jesus.
Dreaming? What am I dreaming
Yeah,
about?
we're doing as bad as each other.
Well, at least you've got more points than us.
Just about 2.
At least you know how to hold it out sometimes, yeah? Like, we go 1-0, our heads just drop, mate. It's just not acceptable, but yeah, go on.
I mean, first of all, Tyler, what did you have for tea that night?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. I couldn't tell you. I can't remember.
So Tyler had, I can't remember, had a 2-1 loss.
Right.
But no, I think looking at the highlights earlier, I mean, first half you was in complete control, and then second half, I mean, it seemed like you started well before they got back into the game. I mean, Elijah with that chance. What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. I really don't know what he's doing in the point of there's not much power on it, and the placement's all over the shop. And then obviously the McGuinness situation. How tall is he, Tyler?
Mate, 6 foot something. You wouldn't think
So
so, would you?
So he's 6 foot something, could barely jump, and also his positioning was absolutely shocking. And then obviously, I think it was
For me, it wasn't even the positioning. It's the fact that he's let it bounce. Crazy.
And then obviously, I think it was Frey gone to the end of it, and then passed it to, I think it was that Madsen.
Yeah.
And obviously, tap in near enough. And then the second goal, that's just rubbing salt into the wounds, I think, in terms of the point of where there's absolutely no one near him, and he's just had all the time. If he really wanted to, he could have took about 10 touches and then just slided bottom corner. That's how bad it was. But at the minute, I hate to say it, Tyler, but it sums up Luton at the minute. Like, for whatever reason, I don't know the reason, because if you look at the squad, it is probably one of the best in the league. For some reason, nothing's working, you'd probably have to change formation, because otherwise, how much longer will this continue? And it can't continue. And it can't continue much longer if you do want to try and recover this. Well, I say recover the season, which obviously is still early, but yeah, if you want to be counted as a serious contender for at the minute playoffs, at least, well, at most actually.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, mate. You know, the formation needs to be changed because, like you say, you look at that squad and it is good enough. You know, them players are good enough. You know, but it's just a way of playing. It's just not working. And like I say, it's not even just defensively; it's everywhere on the pitch, mate. You know, Morris is too deep for the forward line. The midfield, I don't understand. Right, you got Nakamba. You play him 45 minutes against in QPR in the league, but then you don't play him at all. At least for another half or 60 minutes in the league game. You don't even bring him on either. It don't make sense, mate. Like, how can you have two midfielders that have done well, Clark and Baptiste, but they're both attacking-minded midfielders? Bro, you've got that cover now, someone that can do the dirty work. Why are you not playing him? I don't understand it. It don't make no sense. You play him in the League Cup game, but you won't play him in the league for at least 60 minutes or half. A half. It don't make sense to me. But yeah, trust me, if he goes into that game, that QPR game, with a back three, I'll tell you what, mate, it's going to get really, really bad. I know there was a few boos off.
Do you mean the Millwall game?
The Millwall game, who did I say? QPR.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave me too many nightmares, so that's why I said QPR. But yeah, like I say, we go into that Millwall game like that, and trust me, it'll get really bad. Trust me, trust me, I've just supported Luton long enough to know how bad it can get. Do you know what I mean?
I can't. I just can't see him changing.
If he doesn't, then I'll say it right on it. He's a clown, mate. If he doesn't, yeah, simple as that. Your 4 games, we played no one good, bro, other than Burnley. Let's just be real with it, yeah. But a team that's come down to have as many points as we have, it's not acceptable, mate. Yeah, it's not acceptable, bro. Yeah, we haven't lost loads of key players. Chio weren't even a key player, mate. Do you know what I mean? We've kept Doughty, who was up there. Kaminsky, Elijah, who else? You know, there is others.
Mengi.
Yeah, Mengi. I'd even put Chong in that category. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nakamba to an extent.
Yeah, we've managed to keep them players, so we should be doing better. And it's not the players for me. Yes, I don't like the way the strikers ain't finishing when they need to be. But elsewhere on the pitch, I can't blame anyone. Yeah, McGuinness should be doing better than that, but at the same time, the guy's not playing in the back three, mate. He's not played in the back three for Cardiff. Stop doing that. Go with a back four. Yeah, change the formation. Simple as that. But yeah, man. So yeah, there we go with that. When it comes to that, really. But let's go through some comments. Big up to Kian in the chat. Evening, lads. Big up to yourself, mate. Ops on Oxford staying in the Championship, especially after beating some difficult teams. Would be thinking Oxford would be sat bomb. Now, to be fair, me personally, I thought Oxford would give it a right go. They sort of one of them, sort of remind me in a way of Luton in the Prem, in the sense of where they give it a right go. But they've done really well. They've been in every single game. They've made their home form count. I thought they'd beat Preston, and they did. So fair play. Do you know what I mean? Harris is on fire. He's scoring every single game. Maybe you might need to teach Morris and Elijah something the way he's going. But yeah, man. I mean, they've done really well. One of you guys said they'll stay up. Was it you, Harry? Wasn't it?
Me, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, you might actually get that right. Come on, the way they're playing. But again, what it is for a lot of these teams, especially the teams that come up, they've got to make their home form count. And so far they have. 2 wins at home on the bounce. Good wins as well. You know what I mean? 3-1 and 2-0. So, it's all good. So yeah, there we go. With that. See, the thing is, I don't think we have. The only problem for me is how slow it was. But then again, teams were trying to say, oh, well, because you're a former Premier League team, we're going to try and, up the money. And we spend a certain amount, you know what I mean? As you would know, we don't splash cash. That's not how we roll. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm actually, me and my dad spoke about it yesterday. I'm actually happy with our business. Like, the only thing for me that I'm maybe a bit like, is we haven't really replaced Chio. But other than that, I'm happy. Because then I think about it, well, Brown's going to be back soon. He's going to be good. Taylor's going to get more games, and Elijah and that will kick on eventually. It's just right now you need to change it for me. You either need to play 2 up front or you need to drop one of them and then, put Taylor in for longer. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that, really. With that, big up to Jamie in the chat. No worries, mate. Big up to yourself. Oh, God. A whole fan in the chat. Obviously, we'll get on to Hull next in a second. So there we go. Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully, we just got to change formation, bro. That's literally what we got to do. If we do that, we'll be all right, I reckon. So yeah, there we go with that. Yeah, he's a bit of a slow starter. I mean, I expect him to do better when the season goes on. But again, I'd feel you have got to play him higher because we are sort of playing like a 3 up front, but then 1 up front, if that makes sense, and 2 players behind. It's not working anymore. It's not working. And you're playing in deeper. For me, you've got to play 2 up front with a cam, or there's loads of stuff you can do. We just have to change it up. Thoughts on Deepdale, lads? I mean, Harry, we were there a few weeks ago. Oh, well, for that absolute shower of shite. But it's an all right ground, to be fair. I don't mind it.
It's all right, yeah. It's all right.
Yeah,
Good away
right. I like the away end. Yeah, I like them type of away ends where you get get behind the goal. I like them away ends. I don't like the ones where you're like on the side, where like the throwing lines are. Like Wolves, for example. Me personally, I don't really like them type of ones. So yeah, that's that when it comes to that. But yeah, we'll move on to the Leeds game, Lewis. Leeds versus Hull. We both don't know how to win. I mean, going into it, obviously we thought it would be 2-1. But yeah, the floor is yours, mate. You were there. Talk to us.
Number 1, Ellen Road is fucking speakers. Ellen Road is speakers. Honest to God. Wow. All this leads to the best run in the league, blah, blah, blah. Fucking hell. Speakers galore. But no, we was okay for 60 minutes. Okay at best. We just can't create chances whatsoever. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Lewis This is gone missing, like Luton defending in the second half. What's going on? He clicked on a comment and he's not even here. Jokes aside, guys. I think he might get a phone call or something. But yeah, he's fully gone. But yeah, I'll just quickly say my thoughts. I thought, I expected Leeds to win, obviously. But I knew it'd be sort of close, and it was for large parts. This is the second half. Leeds, for me, for what I saw, as soon as they got that first goal, they had the confidence to get another one, and they did. But Lewis is back, I think. There you go. Yeah, go on, Lewis.
Sorry, I was just getting a phone call. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I actually said it, didn't I, Harry?
I just need to message. Hang on. So, Snapchat, come on, please come up on here. Snapchat, no on the web, yes, please.
But yeah, you clicked on that comment, Lewis, and then you went. What's that all about?
I had a phone call. I just need to message. Hang on, 2 seconds.
Yeah. All right. I'll quickly say what I was saying. But yeah, like I say, for me, when I saw it, I thought, Hull were in it for the first half. I just think when Leeds got that goal, that first one, I thought they had the confidence to get another. What a pass that was, by the way, from Firpo for the second goal, and Pirot with the finish. And from that moment in, you're just like, yeah, Leeds. They're in a good position now to go on and win this. But Hull give it a go. Give it a close game like we expected.
He's really not. He's really not.
Well, there you go.
He's just greedy. That's what I will say about him. He's greedy with the ball. He thinks it's all about him, but it's really not. But no, going back to what I was saying, we was okay for 60 minutes. We tried to create chances. Nothing really happened. A few okay chances. But as a whole, the midfield was getting overrun. The midfield was getting overrun all game. And yeah, when your midfield's on a cliff, unfortunately, your team, I guess, falls apart. But no, I feel like I said, it was okay. Leeds, especially second half, they probably deserved the win. But yeah, I'm okay with it. Like, I expected to lose, but I've already seen this earlier. This is our worst league start since 2006. It's great, but I'm sure it'll get better. But
it's like, Lewis, we're on the same boat, mate. Winless settings. Come on.
We just need to gel and quick because it's not working. Giles and fucking Miller, I swear they hate each other. Because Miller was just getting so frustrated at him because there were so many times where he wanted him to go down the wing and Giles just wasn't just doing what he was getting told to do. If that's the case, I'm sorry, Giles, but drama has to come in because we can't have saltiness in the team just because you don't want to do something when you want to do that, because if you want to get the field, that's what you need to do when midfield is absolutely nowhere. But I'm sure it'll get better, but we'll just have to figure it out because with Sheffield United next, it's not good. That's all. But something else I'll point out, people are saying Zambotto had a good game. I don't know. I don't know what they're watching. I don't think he did much, but what do I know? But no, as a whole, I think I'll take it, but it's just frustrating in terms of we had chances, but we just can't do anything, I guess. But it's just one of them. But first goal, no one was really paying attention to. I think it was Firpo, and then that Joseph scored, and then the second one, Will Jarvis lost it in the first half, and in their half, and then the midfield nowhere to be seen, and neither was the defence. So it was so wide open, and it was easy. It was very easy. But yeah, not too frustrating. Not like I said, not Annoyed, but expected.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, like I say, we both predicted a loss in that game. You know, a close game.
And I didn't watch Liam Miller personally, so I couldn't even tell you. But if you look at what Liam Miller is trying to do, he's trying to make things happen, but unfortunately, no one wants to cooperate with him.
But yeah, like I say, you know, I thought as soon as they got that goal, that first one, they had the confidence. But yeah,
Fire.
one of them. Okay, Lewis thinks this is X Factor. Anyway, as I was going to say, Harry, obviously, Leeds have got a back-to-back 2-0 wins now. You know, clean sheet as well after their, you know, bit of a rocky start. We're going to be honest. They have got a very difficult game coming back. They have got Burnley at home though, so their home advantage could be key in that. But do you think now they could kick on and be where a lot of people had them?
Potentially, yeah. They've had a couple of all right results recently. That draw at West Brom is not looking too bad now. A good win in their last game against Sheffield Wednesday side, who were on the bounce at that point, and a good win against Lewis's Tigers. So yeah, I mean, Lewis enjoyed his pie and beer at a 2-0 loss.
Right, Harry, I'll talk to you later about this. I might have to reassess the order. If the order's not how it should be, but I'll reassess that later.
Lewis, mate. But nah, Lewis, yeah. He had his pie, he had his beer, and at half time probably thought he was coming away from Ellen Road with a draw. But after 60 minutes, he went to absolute shit.
Sums up my weekend, if I'm being honest.
So, Lewis, we're both in the mud, mate. We're both in the mud.
Sums up my weekend by one thing, and if you know, you know. That's what I'm going to say.
Absolute limbs, and looks like Hull are in a relegation fight, just exactly like I predicted, and they'll finish.
If we are, so are fucking Luton.
Nah, for me, I think Luton will pick it up. You know, Millwall away next, up the Hatters. Come on.
Okay. It's international break, but providing Hull FC go to Leeds on Friday night and batter the shit out of them, I don't give a shit. Fuck football shit.
Lewis, yeah, he's good. He's at home against Sheffield United, yeah.
Yep.
He's going to enjoy his 4-4 back, a beer, and a 3-0 loss Sheffield United in a Gustavo Hamer masterclass.
No, I didn't say that.
So, mate, it's 2 weeks away. Keep your this to yourself because you're a little bit early for that one. That's not until at least next Tuesday or whenever.
No, it's all right. I've already thought about it, mate.
Good for you. Dear. Good for you. And you know what? I'll definitely be reassessing that order after the stream.
For anyone that's wondering what Lewis is on about, Lewis has a twat list. He's like,
he thinks he's Chris Jericho, mate. You know when he used to go, you just made the list. You know what I mean? That's what Lewis is like, but it is called the twat list. So.
Okay, then I'll be going solo for the stream, so I'll see you guys
later. You know what happens to people that take the mick out of my club? You just made a twat list.
Oh dear. But yeah, moving on to the next one, which was obviously a derby, which was obviously Burnley versus Blackburn. Now going into it, I thought Burnley would just edge it. I knew Blackburn would give them a good go. Obviously, they're still unbeaten this season in the league, and yeah, they got a draw. You know, they should have really won it. You know, if we're going to be honest, Burnley did get an early goal. Foster with the goal, great crossing from Anthony it was, and that just shows their quality really. That goal for me, and then obviously Wyman, what a goal that was. You know, to equalise for Blackburn, and then they had a chance where they did score, but it didn't quite count, even though I thought, the Burnley player fouled the Blackburn player, to be fair. But either way, they had chances to win after that. Trafford was a bit all over the place. Not a surprise. But, yeah, I mean, looking at it, as much as you want to win a derby, going there, a lot of people underestimate them, even though they've done well. A lot of people underestimated them and said they would lose because it's Burnley, is probably the best team in the league and stuff, and they got a draw. So they'll definitely be the happiest side going into that. I mean, Burnley, obviously got, one point in their last 2 games, but I still believe they'll be up there and stuff like that. They played a really informed Sunderland team, and then, Derby form does go out the window. So, I mean, could say maybe a little bit fortunate to get a draw, Harry.
Very unlucky not to win. Blackburn,
Mm.
very unlucky. It was a good opening goal from Burnley, but what a goal from the ex-Villa man, Andy Vyman. Always been a good player, to be fair. Got to give it to him, and absolute Rovers limbs like it was when they equalised at Norwich.
Goals in the claret and blue. Down the middle and he loves to attack. Yeah, he go by the name of Brad Raymond. He's our striker, he's on number 9. Scoring goals in the claret and blue.
Anyway.
You get the move for that. But yeah, and to be honest, they should have won because that Dolan goal should have stayed on. How is he offside? He's not offside. If anything, it was a foul on the Blackburn player. But yeah, shocking decision. And yeah, Blackburn, for me, out 2 teams deserve to win. And if they keep performing the way they are, playoffs. That's what I think.
Fair enough.
John Eustace at the helm.
He is good, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did underestimate Blackburn a little bit, to be fair. Me personally. I said they'd go down, but looking at that ain't going to happen. The way they're playing. Especially with that attack. And to be fair, I did rate Houston's Birmingham as well, to be fair. So maybe I did underestimate him a little bit. But yeah, Lewis, mate. Burnley, do you reckon they're still do their usual, which is win the league probably, despite these recent results?
Oh yeah, I still think you can bet against them at this point. I think it's just a few games that you're just going to get in the championship. If you expect to come to the championship and win all 46 games, then you're absolutely deluded. But no, I think as a whole, from what I've seen via the highlights, Blackburn probably deserved the win. I think the Dolan disallowed goal was just an absolute beyond the joke. But at the same time, welcome to the EFL, Burnley. But no, one of them where I think obviously Blackburn will take the point, but if you look at from what the highlights show you, they probably feel a little bit grieved. The red card is stupid because when you want a yellow card and you know that you're going to get a second yellow for trying to get someone else a yellow card, that's just schoolboy error, but what to expect. And then there's an incident in the second half where I don't know who it was. I think it might be Dolan again, to be honest. Put it in, and I think it just deflection and Trafford just all over the shop, not dropping the ball. But I think Blackburn probably definitely they're happy with the 2 sides, but in a derby where emotions going to be high, you probably take it. Obviously, you want to win for bragging rights, but. Yeah, but can we also talk about the pass from Josh Brown who basically made that goal again?
Oh yeah, Brown was quite good for time, mate.
Made that Burnley goal. Lovely. I mean, and Josh Ryman, I mean, he has goals in him, but I didn't think he'd have that in him. So at least, I mean, I've seen a TikTok and Burnley fans were literally cheering him, saying, "Oh, he's missed," and then just the silence just deafening as soon as it hits the back of the net. All you hear is shit, and then the ball hits the back of the net. It's just deadly silence. It's just like shit.
Lewis, you're going to call out Vizay, the Burnley YouTuber.
Who?
You know who that is? That's so disrespectful, bro.
Regardless, I think Blackburn would definitely be the happy side, but one of them where on another day Blackburn probably going to win that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true with that one. Moving on to the next one, which, thank you, Middlesbrough. Yeah, thank you, Middlesbrough, because we didn't go bottom of the league. Do you know what I mean? They obviously beat Cardiff 2-0. I mean, Middlesbrough had a few.
Fuck you, Cardiff.
Okay. They had a few chances at the start. obviously Middlesbrough, before they did obviously score them goals in the second half, a few routine saves, you would say, for Ethan in that. And then Cardiff had a bit of a spell, where Ayling cleared it off the line, onto the post, and then they had another chance as well, which the keeper tipped over. So they did have a few chances, Cardiff, but I just think whatever, Carrick said in the second half, it worked. And Middlesbrough got over the line and, got a good away win. Obviously, they did get thumped in the League Cup as well. So it's good for them to get back to winning ways for that. And thank you. We're not bottom of the league. Do you know what I mean? So thank you very much, Middlesbrough, for that. As for Cardiff, I mean, I'll say we're in the mud. Geez, they're in the mud even more, mate. They've only actually scored 1 goal this season and conceded 10. So yeah, it's not looking too great for them. Obviously, McGuinness leaving was obviously a big miss for them. But yeah, man, maybe they could be in the battle. A few people maybe had them a bit higher, mid-table, low-end mid-table, but I don't know. I think they could be in the battle, to be honest. And having Ethan, as much as we got promoted with him, he does have his mares at points. I mean, I can't really blame him for this game, to be fair. He actually done all right, but I think as the season goes on, I don't know, to be honest. But they had a few chances. Not like they didn't have any chances, but good win for Middlesbrough. A team that we've put up there for the playoff battle. So yeah, it was good way to bounce back, wasn't it, Harry?
Very good. And thank you, Middlesbrough, for not for saving the club.
Literally.
But Cardiff, mate, in absolute shit. They are just terrible. They always seem to be Cardiff City sheep. And yeah, it's a good bounce back from Middlesbrough. Finally, they're actually scoring a couple of goals. And Michael Carrick at the helm, mate. If they don't at least push for playoffs, it's a bit embarrassing, really. Latte Laugh would be certainly laughing at Cardiff at the weekend. And Lewis, got any call outs for Cal the Dragon this week? Oh, Lewis, man, come on.
All that, just to shake his head.
Oh, you know what? Lewis don't want to do on someone and call him out. Cal the Dragon, bruv. What's going on with your club? What's going on? So yeah, man, you need to sort it out ASAP, bruv. And hopefully you will, but I can't see it at the minute. So yeah, it's a good win for Middlesbrough, and Cardiff fans, I may as well have gone to fucking sheepland and looked at some sheep instead of watching football.
Jeez, Harry's throwing shots. That's how you do a call out, Lewis, by the way. But yeah, it was a good win, and yeah, Cardiff could really be down there. I know it's still early, but not looking good for them. Lost a lot of key players as well. Ramsey's not really doing the business, so another team that could be down there, couldn't they, Lewis?
I mean, if you ask me, just from looking at the highlights, I think Cardiff looked a better team, and to me, looking at the highlights, it was the only 2 highlights I actually saw of Middlesbrough was their 2 goals. Obviously, there was a thing with Ramsey, just off the line. Had to watch it a few times back. It's not a goal. But yeah, looking at the highlights, I mean, I know the highlights don't show the full story, but to me, it looked like Cardiff were a better team. And if you put it in perspective, they probably should have got something from that game with the amount of opportunities they had. But obviously, it's a decent way to come back from a final fashion for Middlesbrough, which they were probably rotated in that game. But I think if I was a Cardiff fan and looking at the highlights, I'd be a little bit frustrated because they had quite a few chances, just can't chuck them away, and they can join Holland Luton in the shit category.
Lewis, why are you being disrespectful?
I mean, I think time would even say that at this point.
At the moment, yeah, until we change that formation, then I expect us to climb up there a little bit. But
Lewis, just wait for Luton.
if we
Luton
don't,
ball, mate.
then we are in the mud. We're in the mud. But if we don't change it, yeah, we are proper in. We are muddied, proper muddied. But we will see what happens. But yeah, moving on to the next one, which was Coventry Norwich. Now, I did say going into it, right? Coventry, awful record against Norwich. They haven't beat them since 2009. That record's continued. I mean, they had a few chances again, and again, I know it's still fairly early on, but my worry with Coventry, my worry with Coventry is the fact that they're not scoring with them attackers. Right, they have got they have got one of the best attacks. Let's be honest, they have. With them players, Thomas Asante, they've got Wright, they've got Sims, but they're just not finishing in a lot of these games. You look at their opening game against Stoke, they didn't score. Look at that game, they didn't score. The Oxford one they did, to be fair. But I don't know, man, they're having good chances. And they're just not really taking them. And Norwich eventually capitalised on it, really. It was one of them games. And obviously, got the win. Goal early on in the second half. And I don't know, maybe people were overhyping Coventry a little bit, potentially, including myself, potentially. But yeah, a bit disappointing, really. But Norwich get a win. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's one of them. But what did you make of the game, Harry?
Coventry had one job, and that was to not lose to the Canary bastards. Yes, explicit language. Apologies if there's any kids watching, but yeah, not great. Ellis Sims, what you doing? What you doing? And Norwich, Lewis, tell you one thing, mate. We go Norwich away, mate. Better not bumming lose.
If I go, because it's 12:30 kick off.
Come on, Lewis, man. But nah, in all seriousness, Coventry, poor start to the season. Need to shape up. Unfortunately, fit to say it. But Norwich have had 2 good results in the last 2 games. And hopefully that won't continue after the international break when they've got Swansea, but they'll probably win again. So hopefully when it comes to Norwich versus Hull, Lewis, you would do me a favour.
Come on, you!
And Bedia, whatever his name is, scores at Carrow Road. But yeah, Coventry, utter shit. And Norwich, you're still shit.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it, Lewis, with the attack? Because they've got one of the best attacks. I'm not going to say they've got the best, but they've got one of them, but they're just not scoring Coventry, are they? It's weird.
3 points Norwich, 3 point Norwich. Thank you, Norwich. 3 points to me, 3 points to me.
Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis actually got it right.
3 points to me, 3 points to me. Thank you, Norwich.
Lewis, you want me to take you to Norwich here?
Norwich, work shit.
Yeah, Lewis, you want me to take you to Norwich here, certain someone?
No.
But yeah, no, you actually got this right. To be fair to you, I'll give you that. Not a lot of people would have seen that, except yourself, obviously. Maybe a few others in the world, but yeah, I mean, the attack's just not firing like we thought it would be. And again, I know it's still early, neither's Luton's, but I don't know, man. It's just that's the worrying thing for me. They're not scoring. It's not even the fact they're losing; it's the fact they're not scoring. They have scored obviously 3 against Oxford and that, but what's that? 2 games now they haven't scored. It's with that attack, it is a bit worrying, to be fair. And like Norwich are not great, let's be honest. This year anyway, they're not great. So yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, Lewis is loving it because he got it right. Look at that smile on his face. You know what I mean? You wait till you lot see the points after.
Lewis.
He's still smiling, bro.
Lewis, guess what?
What? To be fair, it looked like a decent game from the highlights.
Yeah, it was. It weren't like a bad 1-0.
It looks great, even. Good goal for by Borges Sainz, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
But no, fair play tonight. Obviously, Cov's not the season. They've not had the great start of the season. I mean, my question is: are they missing Clement here?
Oh yeah, to a certain extent, definitely. Especially the way, obviously, we're getting to the Sheffield United game later, but the way he was tearing Watford apart, was insane, really. But yeah, no, they very much are. Missing a lot of these, these players definitely. Obviously gone and that, but I say it's just the fact they're not really scoring. Is the worrying part. Of all them players for me. That's the thing. But we'll see as it goes on. But yeah, moving on to the next one. Last 12:30 game, really, really good win. This was for Derby. We've said it for numerous weeks. If they're to stay up, it is down to that, that home form. And what a win, 3-0. It was one of them where they were quite clinical in every single department, really, and hence why they scored 3. I mean, Bristol City, believe it or not, did actually have 15 attempts at goal, but didn't score. So they did have their chances, but
you Luton in disguise. You
right.
Luton in disguise.
All right, mate. Anyway, it just seemed like every time Derby went forward, they just looked dangerous. And yeah, some of the defending was pretty poor from Bristol City in this game. However, they were just really rampant. And again, that's what they've got to do. If they're to stay up, they've got to make them home games count. I know a lot of their fans were a bit sceptical going into that game because I know that their proper forward players didn't quite score in the game, but just because they obviously wanted to get a striker in, they were rumoured to be looking at Woodrow. Didn't want him because they know that he's not even that good. And he's actually got a better goal scoring record than all their strikers in the Championship, and they still didn't want him. That tells you need to know. But yeah, it was one of them where they were just ruthless, really. Bristol City, I mean, obviously, like I say, every time I've got the high expectations, but again, I think a lot of their home games will be vital for them. But great win for Derby, wasn't it, Harry?
Absolutely. The Rams absolutely rammed Bristol City. And I think I predicted 2-1 Bristol City, and I don't know why I did have a feeling Derby could win, but not by all that much. Personally, like Bristol coming off a good performance against Coventry, so they could beat Coventry, then go the way to Derby and do nothing. What's that all about? Just unbelievable, and again, cost me at least a point in the Championship show table. So, Bristol, get your act together. And the Rams, good home form, brilliant home form, as we said.
By the way, sorry to cut you off, but 8 wins, 8 straight wins at home they've got now.
Oh, shit. No, fuck.
In all competitions. So Lewis is forgot
I'm knocking my phone all over the gaff.
Lewis is having a mare thinking about Alana Hartley.
Anyway, as Harry was saying.
As I was saying, Derby are going to stay up. The home form will be key, and Derby and Oxford flying at the moment. Portsmouth as well. So, I know we'll come on to them in a bit, and they did lose, but all 3 teams so far have come up, showing good. And Lewis's little hull might go down. I think they will go down still. I'll repeat that. So, and Luton, we're all right. We'll be okay.
Well,
oh shit! I want to do that.
Oh, well done,
Louis.
Before I didn't even say anything. I was literally about to say,
if
we change formation, we'll be all right. Do you know what I mean?
My mouse messed up on my computer.
Oh, well, no, you're messing up.
Lewis, that's this.
I'm reading the comments.
What?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Just thought, why not? But as for the game, yeah, good win for Derby and Middlesbrough. No, not Middlesbrough, blooming heck. Bristol City need to step it up.
Yeah, no, most definitely. But
Oh.
your expectations maybe changed. I'm not talking to you, Echo. Your expectations maybe changed, Lewis, for Derby. Oh, someone. This is good, isn't it? You know, I'm talking to the wall, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh, mate.
Oh my god, that is actually a really good screenshot. Someone in the chat.
Oh no, I'm trying to screenshot it.
Oh god. Oh my god.
I've got it for
That is lovely. Anyway.
Lewis when Hall get relegated.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh no.
Okay, he's left on his laptop, but he's still here on his phone apparently. That'd be the other way around, but anyway. Oh, there you go. He's
Wait. Oh no.
I think my Wi-Fi's going to shit.
Lewis, just to let you know, mate, I've got an absolute class screenshot of you now, mate.
Yeah, as I was saying, if you're
Thanks,
expecting,
Wi-Fi. I love you so much. Even though you're right there, I'm gonna kill you off the stream.
your expectations maybe changed for Derby, Lewis.
Well, I mean, I've obviously from watching the highlights, I can't lie. It should have been 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Absolutely annihilated Bristol. And I mean, we said it before the season even kicked off, like about the home form keeping Derby up, and it's looking it could be that way. But really, really interesting how Derby played. Like I say, it should have been more than just 3. I think 3's been kind on Bristol, but we'll have to see how it goes. Of course, with the why that's happened, but yeah, one of them games where you're looking. It's very fortunate for Bristol because they seemed, they may not have been, but it seemed like they were absolutely shite. Basically, got absolutely steamrolled by Derby.
Yeah, no, Derby were just, like I say, rampant, really, every time they went forward. So like I say, Bristol City, they had loads of chances, but just couldn't find the back of the net, really, in that one. But yeah, moving on to the next one. This was a shock to a lot of people, and that was Millwall 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Now, Sheffield Wednesday, since that game against Plymouth, you know, have been awful, really. I thought that game against Leeds, as much as, you know, Leeds are, you know, one of the better sides in the league, I just felt the manner they conceded the goals, playing the high line, was just not good enough. And again, Millwall, you know, they've not been the best this season, but got a really, you know, emphatic win, really. And they just capitalised on, you know, Sheffield Wednesday's poor defensive display yet again, really. It was simple as that. Very dominant, definitely deserved to win. It wasn't a close game at all, really. You know, Millwall actually had 19 attempts to Sheffield Wednesday's 4. So good win for Millwall, give them a lot of confidence going into the break, and you know, clean sheet as well. You know, the problem with them in recent weeks, and we've said it, is the fact that they've been conceding loads, but they have been scoring. But this game they got a clean sheet, good win at home, you know, and not really any complaints from any Millwall fans there. But great win, and they've finally got that you know, win that they've needed, really. But yeah, what did you make of the game, Harry?
Well, they've been scoring goals, hadn't they? So it was going to come at some point. And Sheffield Wednesday just been poor recently, to be honest. Again, like we said in the previous show, they need to bounce back. When that would be, God knows. But it's crazy how they could start so well. I know it was against a Plymouth side who were poor at that point, but not great. not great. And Millwall at the Dead playing some good football. So not much to say really, other than good win and poor from Sheffield Wednesday. And me bottle just fell on the floor.
Bloody hell. But yeah, Lewis, I mean, they've got a very interesting game when they come back. They've got QPR at home, so they've got to make that home form count in that against QPR team. That'll be, having a bit of confidence. But yeah, in this game, I mean, it was one of them. Everything Millwall touched turned into gold, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been with Sheffield Wednesday. They had that, destroying of Plymouth, and then since then they've just been same old Wednesday, always boring. But no, it's really hard to put a foot. It's really hard to put a foot in on what's gone wrong at Sheffield Wednesday. Because 4-0 at home to Plymouth, to then losing. I think it was like 4-5-0 to Sunderland, and 3-0 yesterday, and I don't remember the result last week, but
Lost 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting what's gone wrong there. But fair play to Millwall. Obviously, they can make. They did an absolute fortress, and it seems like they're trying to do that at the minute. But yeah, it's really interesting on what's going wrong at Sheffield Wednesday, because, like I say, from where they were game week 1 to where they are now, like I don't think they've lost like key players from that game. So it's really hard to like whether Plymouth is that shit. I don't know, but it's interesting, but it's just one of them where you look at it and say fair play to Millwall, but Sheffield Wednesday seriously need to sort it out, because otherwise they could be potentially candidates for bottom of the league if they start quickly. And considering what Danny Waffle did in half a season, you would have expected them to have a much better season this year, but
yeah, a lot of people said higher mid-table. A lot of people said
for some reason it's not ended up to be that way at the minute. Obviously, it's still a long way to go, but like I said, I don't think they've even lost that many players. But
yeah, like I say, a lot of people had higher expectations for Sheffield Wednesday, quite high in mid-table. A few people, so. Yeah, it's been quite disappointing, really, since that Plymouth game. They haven't even scored, like we said. So
yeah, they have.
What, in the league they haven't?
League Cup.
Oh yeah, I'm on about in the league.
2 against Hull, and I think it was 4 against Grimsby.
Yeah. No, I'm on about in the league, mate. In the league. But yeah, moving on to the next game. Very, very good win for Oxford. Again, a lot of us had that feeling they'd win at home. I went a bit closer. Obviously, I said 1-0 to Oxford. I thought Preston would, try and dig deep and get a result. But Oxford very emphatic, really. Obviously, the Preston did take the lead, did get a very early goal from Reece, obviously, in the 3rd minute. And from that moment, you're thinking, all right, they might actually win the game, even though it's very early. Just with the momentum, there was actually a lot of boos around Oxford, which I was a bit surprised about, to be fair. But then they got the equaliser. Harris, 4 out of 4 in the league. He is on form, mate. He's on form. Great header. I mean, yeah, all right. The positioning from the Preston side of things, not the best, but still, it's a good header over the keeper. One apiece. And then from that moment in, it looked like Oxford had a lot of confidence. They go in 1-1 at the break. And then obviously Goodrum, Tyler Goodrum scores that goal. What a goal that was. Brilliant strike outside the box. And yeah, from that moment in, Oxford had a lot of confidence there. Obviously, Preston did get a player sent off. Lindsay, 2 yellow cards. And from that moment in, 10 men, even better for them. Even better chance for, Oxford to go and win. And then they got another one. And yeah, they had a lot of confidence. They're making their home form count. And massive credit to them. Every single game they've given it a right go this season. And, they carry on like that. There's no reason why, they can't stay up. especially if that home form carries on, being like that. Really, because a lot of better sides than Preston will go there and struggle. I do believe that, especially if they continue like this. So credit to them. That's all I've got to say, really, when it comes to Oxford. As for Preston, obviously, they're still sort of learning things under Heckingbottom. And again, this is why I get frustrated because, we lost to them and we didn't even score. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not that great. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's frustrating. But again, you have to give massive credit for Oxford because Preston would have been the favourites going into this game. So, yeah, man. But yeah, really, really good opening start to the season for Oxford, like you briefly said earlier, Harry.
Yeah, mate. Predict them stay up. I think they will still stay up. And Harris, I was trying to think of a good word for him. Harris, hat trick, but he didn't score a hat trick, did he? Harris, brilliant. Preston, best thing about them was their away kit. And how did we not go and beat Preston? So not great. But yeah, great win for Oxford. Nice little home ground as well, apart from they haven't got any seats behind one of the goals, which is a bit crazy. You can just see the car park. So people that park the cars there, be careful of your windows. And yeah, mate, but Preston look poor still. Heckingbottom at the helm could end horrific Heckingbottom by the end, possibly. But we'll have to see. They might pick up. And Oxford keep marching on. Like Leeds when they beat Lewis.
Lewis, mate. What do you reckon with Preston?
You what?
With Heckingbottom, do you still reckon it's maybe one of them seasons where they're sort of, mid-table, or do you reckon they can push on eventually?
It seems to be that way. I mean, the first 2 goals were a bit lucky, a bit like deflection, things like that. It's after before going live. It's been some weekend where there's been some absolute blunders in terms of defensively. But yeah, I feel like the second goal is especially unbelievable goal. I think you said it's a good one.
Oh, I didn't actually kick him, guys. I think his phone might have died or something.
God, Lewis having a mare this stream.
He is having a mare, isn't he?
He's already getting scared for Sheffield United at home.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I don't know where he's gone, but he'll be back in a second. Big up to Finley in the chat. Good to see you in the chat, mate. Hiya, big up to yourself, mate. Hope you're well. But yeah, really good win for Oxford, like I say. Lewis is here. Here he goes back. Oh, is he? Is he back?
I'm gonna kill my internet tonight. I'm gonna kill it.
As you can tell, guys, very happy with his Wi-Fi. But anyway, mate.
As I was saying, Tyler Goodrun skips straight from. I think it was Tesla Hayden. I think I'm not too sure. And a useful goal to be fair to him. But no, looking at the highlights, it looked like it was deserved, and I'm just going to rush through. But the thing is I could be getting kicked off any minute with this Wi-Fi. So yeah, yeah, seems to be quite comfortable for Oxford.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Technology.
Moving on to one game that was actually a good goal and weren't an error. Was in the Plymouth Stoke game. Now, going into it, me and you, Harry, thought maybe Plymouth would get that kickstart of a win. They got really good point against QPR the week before away. Deserved it based on how the keeper was. Playing anyway for Plymouth. I mean, in this game, he actually had a decent game again, to be fair, I thought. Hazard, he had another good game, but yeah, Stoke eventually took their chance in the 83rd minute. I mean, it was quite an end-to-end game, to be fair. Both teams, Plymouth actually ended up having 15 attempts, and Stoke had 16. So it's pretty end-to-end in that sense. Whittaker had a few chances. He's looking a bit more confident, I would say, after getting that goal last week against QPR. But I mean, Stoke took it in the end. Looked like they brought quite a lot as well, to be fair to them. It's never easy for, a lot of them sides going down to Devon. And yeah, they got a win. They got a win. Great finish in the 83rd minute, like I say, to win it. And yeah, maybe that might give them a bit of confidence. I mean, Stoke, one of them sides I look at, they're quite hit and miss. They can have a good, well, I know Harry said it as well quite a few times. They can have a good result and then they can, lose the next game. But I don't know. It's one of them. But Rooney ball's still not working to quite get that win yet, is it, Harry?
I thought, from seeing the game, I thought they deserved to win. To be honest, I thought they played some good football.
Very close game, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just, fortunately, Stoke took the chance. But boring old Stoke win a game, but then knowing their look next game they'll lose. So they need consistency. Maybe they'll get it now. We'll have to wait and see. And Rooney, I think he'll be disappointed with that personally, especially with how they did play. So they need to bounce back. Obviously, I don't know how long red card suspensions are for a game or 3 games still, or what. But if you, yeah,
I think if it's a straight red, it's 3 games. If it's 2 yellow cards, it's 1 game. I think.
Yeah, so he's got. I think Forshaw will be back. I think next game, so that's a big, key player for them. So yeah, not very much to say other than the Potters, Stoke City win at Plymouth Argyle. Unfortunately, Lewis didn't witness that, and he witnessed a bit of Rooney ball working.
Oh dear.
Oh, just you wait, Lewis. Gustavo out my next game, absolutely fantastic, mate.
Well, I've just seen Harry. So we all said about Stoke's next game. They got Oxford away.
Yeah, they've lost that.
12:30 as well.
Yeah, they're not winning that.
Yeah, I think Oxford might do it again. But obviously, we're getting to that nearer the time. But yeah, good win for Stoke. You did predict a Stoke win, if I remember rightly, didn't you, Lewis? Because of that win they got during the week against Middlesbrough. So I'm sure me and Harry said Plymouth win, and you were like, "Nah, I reckon Stoke will do it," and they did.
That's the only thing. Are they mine? Yeah, they are. Yes, I did. Yeah, I had a feeling. I just thought Rooney ball doesn't seem to work in this playoff city. Yeah, I kind of expected to happen as Plymouth, like one of them where they can have a decent game and the next game they'll be absolutely shite. But I mean, I haven't seen the highlights. I can't find them anywhere. I can't really comment, but
Plymouth Argyle YouTube channel. There you go, Lewis. Just for you, mate.
Thank you, Harry. But thank you, so much.
No, all right.
I think Lewis is getting a bit rattled this stream,
Yes.
But no, they've had Stoke, and that's what I've got to say. But I haven't seen the highlights.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving on to the next one, which we all thought could be the game of the weekend in the Championship, and that was obviously Portsmouth-Sunderland. I mean, Sunderland, they're on fire, as we know. First time they conceded this season in the league, but even then, they scored the goal for them. But to go there and beat Portsmouth in that manner, they could be serious. A lot of us obviously, had them in the playoff conversation, but off the radar in the sense of not high in the playoffs, just like, just in or above, really. But looking really, really good. Obviously, they've lost, Jack Clark, but they're still looking really good attacking wise. And, to go there and win like that at Portsmouth, have not been pushovers this year, as we've seen. Fair play. I mean, I thought Portsmouth had edged it in the classic, but wasn't to be. But Sunderland, I mean, it's still very, very early, but could they be in that conversation for higher than playoffs potentially, Harry?
I still think playoffs. I mean, I put them sixth. I mean, they might finish higher than that. Maybe, you never know. But still, for me, it's still early days. It's only been like, 4 games, something like that. So it's early days, but it's a great win down at Fratton Park. All the Black Cats fans made the trip down. I'm sure it was absolute limbs in that away end. And Portsmouth, you know what? Yeah, they might be a bit disappointed, but they might look at it and go, you know what, we've not had a bad start to the season, considering how tough all the games have been. I think maybe did they win it? No, they didn't win at Middlesbrough. They drew.
Nah, drew all their
True,
games previously.
I think out of all the games they've had, I think the Middlesbrough one, I probably think, that is a game where Middlesbrough ain't been great. Like, that's the one where we could have won, but it's not been bad. But Sunderland flying, and I'm sure there's a chant actually where they've got flying high Sunderland song. So it's certainly happening at the minute, and not much to say other than up Sunderland and Portsmouth. Come on, let's get the win.
Yeah, no, I do. As soon as they get that win, they have a lot of confidence, but they'll still definitely take, them 3 points in them 4 games. I do believe that. Overall, taking away how the games actually went, if you say to them they get 3 points against 3 good teams to start off with and lose one, they'd have took that. They'd have probably expected to maybe lose another one, to be honest. But really, really good from Sunderland. Just looking very, very deadly, aren't they, Lewis?
I mean, they are, but Portsmouth have gifted 2 of their goals. In fact, they did gift 2 of their goals. It was poor defensively by Portsmouth that game.
Sunderland scored them as well.
Yeah, it was poor from Portsmouth, I think. Look at you look at the first 2 goals and you just look at it and just go, Jesus Christ. But
can't be any worse than Hull's defending.
Yeah. Talk about Luton first anyway. Moving on. But no, Sunderland obviously be absolutely delighted. I think it's 3 wins out of 4. I think something like that, or maybe 4 wins out of 4. I'm not so sure. But no, Sunderland, they're looking good. The departure of Jack Clark doesn't seem to be derailing them yet. But no, fair play, Sunderland and Portsmouth. Just looking at the highlights, didn't seem to be good enough. I mean, they got gifted that Luca 9-9 goal as well. So sums it up really, I think.
It's not really fair. There is dissing Portsmouth like that.
I'm not dissing about. They've had a decent start, but if you look at it as a whole, like 2 of their goals are so poor. So poor.
Yeah, I mean, well, Sunderland, when the international break is done, they've got another very long trip. They've got to go all the way to Plymouth away. So, very...
Absolute limbs in that Sunderland away end. That's what I think.
They'll set it out. Like, they actually will send...
Yeah, they will, yeah.
They actually will set it out.
Yeah, probably, mate.
Unlike Hull.
I don't blame City fans for saying out.
Oh dear. But anyway, moving on to the last game on the Saturday, and that was obviously West Brom versus Swansea. 1-0 win for West Brom. I mean, looking at how the game went, West Brom were very dominant. And they had a lot of chances, 14-6, and it could have had a lot of chances to score more. Got the goal just on the break, 45th plus first minute. Malombi with the goal. I mean, like I say, they had a lot of other chances to score, especially in that second half, but a lot of them just blazed over. To be fair, the Swansea keeper, he done a few decent saves, to be fair to him at times, but West Brom, again, another team that have been, I'd say a little bit off the radar. Some of their results. Obviously got a good draw against Leeds. Obviously won opening day emphatically away at QPR. And they've done well. They've done well. Won away at Stoke as well. So actually doing really well when you think about it in that aspect. But as for Swansea, not so great. I mean, probably one of them teams that'll be, mid-table-ish probably again. But good win for West Brom. Could have had more, but they won. That's all that matters, isn't it, Harry?
Absolutely. Baggy's brilliant. Keep winning. That's all you need. Magic Madger didn't score this weekend, but he'll be back firing again, I'm sure. And Swansea, another boring club. Don't seem to be doing much this season. Just like their arch rivals, Cardiff, at least not in the mud like Cardiff, but they're not doing too great themselves. So that it all were in that 1-1 draw in the derby game. Both two boring clubs, sheep, and yeah, absolutely brilliant from Baggies, and can they keep it up? We'll see.
Yeah, simple as that, really. But yeah, West Brom doing very well, Lewis. Unbeaten as it stands in the league anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it surprises me to a certain extent. Obviously, with everything's going behind closed doors at the club in terms of the embargo and things like that. But again, like I said, I don't lost too many key players, which is obviously very good for them with everything that's going on in terms of they can bring many players in, if any. But if they keep it up, I mean, they could potentially go for playoffs. But it's been a good start. But obviously, it's so early in you still can't exactly call it. But it's been a good start regardless.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then moving on to the last game on the Sunday, yes, I did have that slight feeling it'd be a draw with Sheffield United, how they've been. But I remember saying a couple of weeks ago, wait till they play their first proper test, Watford. They played Sheffield United and they lost. Own goal, but Hare done really well, and I just think the way they were opening them up, was their quality being shown. Hamer, mate, that tackle you did, mate, get a yellow card. I love it when the referees, they run over like they do just to put a card up. It is the funniest thing. He done that. But yeah, Sheffield United definitely deserved that for me. It was, I'll be honest, it was even at times, but Sheffield United definitely had the better chances. They made it count and, fair play. I mean, they had a lot more attempts on the goal. Obviously, they had 20 attempts compared to Watford 7, but keeper done all right for Watford. I mean, he had a bit of a mistake, which nearly led to a goal, but predominantly done all right. I mean, he's one of their better players, in my opinion. I do remember in the derby game, he prevented it from being much more. And he sort of did in this game at times, but, Sheffield United, they were playing Hamer in the right position, not out wide, like they did against Norwich and that, which I didn't understand. But yeah, it worked. They got a win, hard-fought win. And, yeah, based on who deserved it more, I'd say they definitely did. They were the better team, really. And you could tell Watford were getting frustrated at times and stuff like that. So good win for Sheffield United, and maybe it might give them a bit of confidence now, Harry.
Oh, now hey, the Luton, sing the Watford, run away.
What, Lewis? Why are you kicking him for that?
Lewis, that's disgraceful. Oh, now hey, the Luton.
Lewis, mate. What are you doing? I can't even add him now.
Lewis, I'm so sorry that your haul is doing absolutely terrible, mate. But it's okay.
Well, I understand.
But man. Lewis, mate, you need to chill out a bit. Go and talk to your missus and just chill. But yeah, it was a good showing from.
I don't think she's on the stream this time. I think you're gonna get away with it. But the time before where you mentioned her, Yeah, Harry, I've already been told when we go on calling after this, yeah, she's not best mate.
That's all right. It's all right, mate. It's all good, bruv. But yeah, Sheffield United, good win. Backman, really good save, keeping the score lower. But for me as well, could he have done better with their goal? Maybe like the way the ball went right past his leg, like could he have maybe saved it? But it was an all right goal. But yeah, I mean, probably Sheffield United just deserved to win it. Obviously, they did have a lot of chances compared to on that basis they do as well. Chris Wilder had a nice celebration. Tyler's favourite person.
I did like that celebration though. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it all kicked off near the end of the game and after the game. So absolute feisty. I think it would be a derby without kicked off. But yeah, Sheffield United back doing some brilliance. I mean, they could have done me a favour even more and beat Norwich away, but they didn't lose, so we were all happy with that. Unlike certain team down the road, Coventry, who can't do that. But yeah, brilliant Sheffield United and Watford. Lewis shot shrugging your shoulders.
Oh my god.
Jeez, Lewis, just because you're why are you rattled, bruv? Just have a chill and just talk to your future missus. There you go. But yeah, Watford needs to bounce back, and we'll see how they do.
He's on the stream. You're getting absolutely torn on cool, mate.
But Lewis, mate, talking about well, not that I really want to, but talk about them guys down the road. Do you reckon they're still dark horses?
I don't think you can discount after one game. Like in terms of a loss, they've showed a decent start. I don't think I saw the highlights on this. I can't remember. But I feel like you watch it. There's still the chances, but I think on a scale you're probably looking. Sheffield United deserve to win. I didn't watch it. I was watching Formula One, but yeah.
I chop and change between the Liverpool game and the Sheffield United game. Don't know why it took me so long to think, but yeah.
No, fair play to Sheffield United. I mean, we have said home form will be key for them especially. It's not. I mean, I'm not sure how good the game actually was, but I would imagine it would have been a half decent game because it's two teams on half decent form.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But yeah, that's that when it comes to all the games. So a lot of interesting games, really. Sunderland keeping up that 100% record. Yeah,
Are we going to predict the other games now or not?
Nah.
No, there's no game this week, Harry.
No, it's all right, man. We can predict 3-0 win Sheffield United.
Nah, we'll save that. Oh, okay, that's a bit harsh. We'll save that. We'll save it. We'll do it closer to
England games, but that's it.
I ain't predicting. I don't know what to expect from England, so I'm not going to do that.
6-0 Ireland and 4-0 Finland.
Oh, mate, could you imagine? But yeah, I mean, it's the first 3 minutes, Lewis, since the window. Did you want to talk about on the window quickly for Hull?
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure. On deadline day, we bought in Carlsworth from Brighton. I like the signing, but I'm just looking. We've bought in 3 keepers in the last 6 months. Like what? And I would about. I don't know how to start because Pandor, he's had an okay start of the season, but when you bring in Carl Bushworth in, who was in the top, well, I think he was 4th in the best keeper in the championship last season, and they've been on loan, and obviously they've sent him to Brighton to develop. You'd imagine he should be our number 1, but I don't know because it's obviously Rakiobi probably going to be decent, but again, he's been bought from the Champions League side. And if he's going to be our third choice keeper, he won't be happy with that. Pandor won't be happy with getting dropped for no reason, really. Brighton won't be happy if we don't play Rushworth, so it's a weird situation to be in. We've also bought... Who else did bring up the long day? Casey Palmer from Coventry. I don't know how to feel. I think it's an okay signing. I feel like we needed somebody like him. He actually... Yeah, he came on against Leeds. He actually played alright. To be fair, he never let things up, and he tried to fire the crowd up as well. So he seems okay. Didn't really get too many minutes, but expected when he distributed it less than one day. And then just before the window slams shut, he signed. I don't know his first name. I think it's Mohamed Baloumi from I don't know where from. I don't know where from. I don't know how good this guy is.
Your research, bro.
I know nothing about him apart from we signed him on the line day.
Lewis, I've just got one thing for you, mate. How do you feel to have a panda and a seagull as your goalkeepers?
It's not a seagull though, is it? Because his name's Rushworth.
He's on loan now, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Well done.
At least you got a seagull and a panda in the same team.
Let's see how they battle against each other. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the panda might win.
Rominek, recreate Kung Fu Panda with Kung Fu Hull City.
But no, that was it. There was rumours. Well, we were meant to be getting a permanent striker. Never happened, of course. But then just after the window closed, there was a rumour going around saying that we was getting that David Washington from Chelsea. Who the fuck is that? Is that
Good player. Good player.
And obviously, shock horror, not that never happened. So
typical Hull City.
Yeah. We don't have a clinical striker, so I don't really see where the goals coming from. But Tyler, Luton sounded very interesting player, didn't he, with his name?
Yeah, obviously I haven't actually spoken that because QPR game is done. By the time it was announced, literally after the game. But yeah, there's rumours for a few weeks about this guy, Lamine Vaner. Yeah. Now, what I have seen, I'm not going to sit here and say I watched the league that he's in, Swedish league, I believe it is. But apparently that ends in like November. So I think he'll be coming back around that time. I mean, he's a midfielder, another midfielder. Looking at it, I reckon he could be the Ruddock replacement potentially because he's not really getting a shout in and around the team now. Obviously, Walsh is coming on ahead of him. Got Nakamba back. We'll have Kraus back.
Where did he get him from? We got
I think the name's AIK, that's it. AIK.
No, I'm seeing where C got this Baloumi from.
Oh, right.
I don't know where he got from.
But yeah, like I say, I haven't really seen him, so I'm not going to sit here and really comment, but I know their fans rate him highly. And usually when that happens, they turn out to be a good player. So we'll see, innit? We'll see. He's young. He's young as well, so he's one for the future. If I'm correct, I believe he's 21. No, 20, same age as me. So we'll see. We'll see. He come in, done his medical, said hello to everyone, and then went back. So we'll see what happens. I mean, one for the future. I think he's probably the Ruddock replacement, like I say. So we'll see, innit? We'll see. I mean, maybe I wanted another striker, or attacker. Not necessarily a striker, more of an attacker. But overall, I'm quite happy at the window because a lot of them bigger names haven't gone. So you've got to look at it like that. So my only worry was how slow it was. But again, I know the reasoning behind it. So we'll see, innit? I mean, yeah, McGuinness should have done better for that first goal, but he has shown really good glimpses already. And again, we just need to change formation because these players are more than good enough. You can't sit here and tell me they're not. They've literally proved it in the Championship, half of them. Baptiste has played more than enough Premier League games to do you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like. So it's just the way we're playing. We just need to change it up, and then we should be all right. It's just a matter of when do we change it up. But we got to, man. We got 2 weeks now. We got to look at it. They're very, like my dad said yesterday, they're very heavily reliant on stats and that. So you can see that the stats ain't working with the way we're playing, mate. So you got to change it up. But yeah, overall, I'm happy at the window for us. I mean, like I said, I was a bit worried because how slow it was and that. But maybe just a Chio replacement. But other than that, there's no complaints from me, to be honest. So, 3 signings, literally, and they've all done well so far. Baptiste, like I say, crossing. Obviously you've had Obviously, Walsh come in and have really good cameos. Three times now. He's looked good every single time. He tries to pick the killer pass. And then who was the other one we got for free? Walters. Was it Walters? Yeah, Walters. Yeah, and he's been really good. So I can't complain really. I can't really complain. It's just how slow we were doing it was the worrying thing. But it's fine. It's all right now. It's all right. We just need to play the right way, which is not three at the back. And then I have no doubts that we'll climb up the table. I'm not going to sit here and say we'll go up. So I didn't think that at the start of the season, but we definitely can be in that conversation if we, change it up. That's all we got to do, and just play Morris higher up, because playing him deep is just not working. The midfield's getting overrun. You need more bodies in the midfield. Even I wouldn't even mind playing Doughty higher, because the thing is, what people actually forget, right? When we signed him, he's a midfielder. Literally, it said from Stoke City midfielder. He's actually a midfielder, mate. So you can play him higher. He's good at taking on players, and then put Chong on the other side or something. And then or even play a Cam. Even put Clark. There's things you can do in it. There's things you can do. So obviously, I'll get more into that when we obviously preview that Millwall game. Well, all the games, but yeah, the Millwall one specifically for that. But yeah, big up to Geordie as well. But yeah, Harry, mate, anything else you'd like to add on anything?
Well, Lewis is all City signing players you never really heard of. Luton signed some good players. Sunderland lost Jack Clark. That was a blow, but still playing well. Burnley lost some players, but they've still got really good players. Blackburn signing some good players, especially that Japanese Ayashi or whatever his name is. I think it is Ayashi, because funny enough, when I was on the train back from Preston away, Blackburn Rovers fans on the train as well, and this lad had Ayashi on the back of his shirt. I was thinking, he's a good player, he is.
Yeah,
But
yeah, definitely.
Nothing much, mate, other than Hull City sign a rejecting Casey Palmer. And he's absolutely terrible, pretty much. So probably Hull going to go down. Luton are going to make playoffs at least, and we'll have a good season.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, we just play the right way, man. Yeah, hopefully, mate. I mean, I don't know when you guys have got them, Lewis. We've got both times midweek. Actually, tell a lie. I know when the home game is. I'll tell you why I know when the home game is, because 2 days before my birthday. So away game is some point on a midweek, though, which I will not be doing, because
Away, the lads!
I've already done Sunderland away anyway, and I don't plan to do it midweek. No, thank you.
I have no idea when we play fucking Sunderland.
Yeah, like I say, I know the home game's 2 days before my birthday. Got a lot of games around my birthday, which is a bit weird. Right, this guy thinks it's X Factor, but it's not.
I think it's Susan Boyle.
There we go. We can put. So we're playing on the 20th of October.
Oh, really? That's actually. Actually, you might play before us then. 20th of October, you say? We play on the 23rd.
We already know Lewis's team's going to lose to him.
Nah, it's a midweek, though. It's a midweek, bro. We've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we play on the 22nd, I think it is. Yeah, 22nd of February.
Oi, you know we got on that 90? Watford at home, mate.
Yeah, I found out. So we got this Balumi from Farense in Portugal for a fee of apparently 5.5 million.
Fair enough.
I mean, he can't be that bad because Leeds were looking at him. So
Leeds probably thought, you know what, we're going to beat Hull the weekend, so we don't need him.
Anyway, let's probably just think about wrapping this up.
Yeah, Lewis, mate.
Because somebody urgently she's bored.
Well, hopefully we're not going to be winless. Yeah, it's in a couple of weeks, and we can actually celebrate something.
We will be.
I don't know. We might be as well. To be fair, Well,
Hull are definitely losing to Sheffield United.
We don't change formation. We definitely will be.
So Harry's not back in the championship show. He's no longer coming on. This is the last time you'll see him for like ever.
No. If he's wearing that shirt, all right.
We do probably need to wrap up because that's somebody does want to call for chat because she's very bored.
What?
Anyway,
If
big
you know,
up,
you know.
big up to everyone that's tuned in. Make sure you do obviously subscribe to all channels. Like I say, if you are watching on mine, obviously do go over to the description and you have Harry and Lewis's channels there, so you can click on there. Simple as that. Do you know what I mean? It don't take you onto Safari. It actually takes you onto YouTube now. So bang, it's even easier, guys. So do subscribe there. Obviously, if you're on, Lewis's or Harry's, obviously do subscribe to everyone else. And yeah, I mean, nothing really else to say. We'll be back again after the international break to preview the next load of games for game week 5. And then, yeah, that's that really. Anything else you want to say in general about anything, Harry?
Up the Luton.
Yeah, like that.
Shit on Hull.
I knew he was going to say that. Oh,
I moved my mouth straight to the move button because I knew exactly what he was going to say. So every show when it gets to this point, I expect that to happen.
But nah, you know what, Lewis? Norwich away next month. We'll go there, beat them Canary fuckers. so yeah, we've got a bit of shit on Watford, and no, we're the Luton City.
What, Louis?
Louis, chill out, man. Chill your beans.
That's all right.
Hello.
Just because Alana's waiting for you, chill out. But yeah, other than that, international football.
Honestly, I really hope she's not on the stream because you will get ripped to shreds when we call.
It's all right, mate. It's only a girl. What you gonna do? But yeah, for international break, chill out. Absolutely nothing really going on other than boring football now. You got the National League still going on, which is all right, and League 1 and League 2.
True.
So,
follow Yorker away.
And Lewis actually might support an actual team that might actually win a game rather than his Hull.
In that case, then shouldn't Harry go to Hemel Hempstead? Shouldn't Harry go to Hemel Hempstead?
Well, if it weren't 15 quid, I would. And if anyone was watching this, then yeah, that's why I don't go, guys.
That's bad.
But they have got an FA Cup game. Oh no, never mind. It's the 14th when other football's back. I was going to say it might be cheaper FA Cup, but I doubt it. Anyway, as you were saying, Harry.
Yeah, there's not much to say other than like I was saying, up the Luton, shit on the.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Do I have to start again? Jesus Christ. So, up the Luton, I don't know if there's no other ups because there's no other teams. Up the Sunderland, yeah, they're all right. Sorry to Geordie in the chat, but Sunderland are all right, mate. And shitting the Canaries, Norwich, full of slags. And yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
And
there's nothing else.
Town in the back.
No, let's just wrap it up and obviously we'll see after the
Let's wrap it up. What I will say, guys, I won't be doing anything now. There might be shorts out over the next few days, but I won't be doing anything content-wise until I'm actually going to do, just because I want to see what England's going to be like. I'll do a watch along on Saturday to that game, and then from there on in, I don't know. I might do the other one. I'll see. But yeah, man. Big up to everyone that's tuned in. Don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already on all channels. Subscribe to all channels if you haven't already. Follow me across all my socials and everything like that, guys. And until the next time, which will be in a couple of weeks, we will see you lot in a bit. Up the town. Let's get a win. Whole city, we're winless, is peak. Anyway, take care. Peace.